which ones of these were not good? Okay, first one, we would say this is too small. Yeah, so not good. Size appropriate. Why do we not like this one? So there's a couple things. Like when you hold it, do you see how it like is down? So you want this loop to generally be at the top. The other thing is, and I don't know what your guys' cupboards are like, but do any of you guys stack your mugs or your cups?
Yeah.
This would drive me crazy. Okay, so that one's not my favorite. Okay, any other not so good ones? Anyone's favorites? This one was not a good one?
No, I just.
Okay.
This one had a good shape.
Okay. So it also depends on how many fingers you want to hold it with, right? So varied in that regard. This one is not one of my favorites. You guys might love this one. It's also very circular. Okay, you don't want something perfectly circular because it's over time, all that pressure is going to be put on that one point and it's going to be uncomfortable. So I equate it to I could step on your foot with me wearing a tennis shoe or me wearing a stiletto heel. You probably would rather have the tennis shoe because you want things to evenly move. This one is probably one you like better because the weight is more evenly distributed along with this one.
I like that one.
Okay, so we need to talk about how to make a handle. So what you're going to do first and foremost is you're going to take a hunk of clay and you're going to taper it. Can you stop for a second? Okay, so what we want to do is we want to taper it so that we are going to be able to pull this. The same lines that we had and the texture that we had from working on the wheel is what we're going to want to be able to put here. I am right-handed, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my right hand to pull and stretch. This hand is going to hold it, and I'm going to use gravity to get it that same lines that I had before. Do you guys see how the same texture that you have from the wheel now is going from there? So I'm going to pull, and then once I get, and this may happen and that's okay, once I get it probably the good thickness that I want, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making it, I like to call this strappy. And the idea is that it's thinner and thicker. So thicker over here, skinnier over here. That's going to make it more comfortable and it will sit in your hand better and good from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, twist, and loop up. And then I'm going to let that dry. It's winter time, so I'm going to let that dry maybe 10 minutes and then I could actually attach it. If you guys make one today, we can always attach tomorrow. We just need to cover it well, maybe spray it before we leave. Can I pull another handle from this?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm then going to like taper it more. You may want to use not the, island top. You probably want to be on the canvas so it doesn't stick. But if you roll this, it will help to be able to pull from here. Now, biggest problems kids get is they get that kind of move, or what they do is they try to stretch it from here. It makes your life way easier to fully roll it and then get the lines, get it compacted and go from there. Questions so far? Okay, this guy right here, is it shorter or longer than you need? It's probably longer. Let's pretend I'm actually going to attach this guy. Okay, what I would do is I'm going to cut off the end. I am going to score, pretend that's actual clay. I'm going to kind of smush this in, lift up, smush in, smooth in underneath. Now, way too big, right? Looks pretty stupid. So from there, you're going to have to figure out, where you want it to cut and what angle and where you want it. Now, you also have to decide how many fingers it's going to fit, but it also decides, I'm probably not going to fit all 4 fingers in a mug that's tall. So you got to have its size relationship appropriate. And then what you're going to do is you'll cut the bottom. We would score here, smush in. Make sure they're lined up. And then what I could do is to make it extra strong is I would put a baby worm in here just to add more connection to it. And all of this is things that I can help you do when we get to that point. Okay? So up to you how you want to go about it. You do want it to be a little big for your hand if it's a mug you're making, because it's going to do what? It's going to shrink. Okay, stop please.